I want to talk about briefing good habits for the first year. And, we're hard asses, and it's probably worth acknowledging that. But I want to talk a little bit about that, because people come to law school with a certain sense of trepidation, though I think you're exactly right. I was talking with a group of students the other day, and everybody remembers it as one of the best. The first year is one of the most memorable and best years of their lives. It's intellectually just a complete, fiesta of ideas that you wouldn't get in other ways and haven't experienced. And I really think people ought to dig into it. In fact, I tell people it's important to network and it's important to be in organizations, but this is different than college. And this is the 1 year you're going to have to really learn, and you need to learn. And when people come to me at the end of a semester and say that they're troubled by how they did, the first question I always ask them is, did they brief all the cases? Sometimes the answer is yes, and very often it's no, because briefing is work. And, so everybody wants a shortcut. I just wondered if you wanted to say a word about why brief the cases, and what does it mean to brief the cases, and how do you start law school, on the right foot in that regard?
Yeah. Well, I can't resist. I'll be brief. The briefing, there are different ways to do it. There's no one right way. We have suggestions for how to do it in the book, and we also have, if you buy the book, you get access to online materials, which include sample briefs, sample course outlines, and even law school exams, actual law school exams that have previously been given, along with model answers and comments by the professors who gave the exams. So there's a lot of stuff online associated with the book that doesn't show up between the covers, including these briefs. But the basic idea behind a brief, however you do it, is just to make sure you're reading super carefully and super actively. What a brief forces you to do is to repeat, sort of, if you will, out loud or on your computer screen, what you've read, and state it succinctly and clearly before you walk into class. So you read a case, and it's all right, what are the facts of the case? Well, can I actually summarize the facts of the case in less than 15 minutes or 3 pages? Can I get it down to a few lines? Okay, what legal issue is raised by the case? Well, I can give you a florid 1-paragraph description, but the goal is to get it down to a sentence or a sentence or two, right? All of this is about reading carefully and then trying to winnow down and get to the essence of the case you've just read, whether it's the facts of the case, the legal issue raised by the case, the ruling made by the court. That's what a brief does for you, and that's why it's so important, because it's that kind of care and attention and concision that are going to help you do well on exam.
When you go to court, judges are going to ask about cases that are relevant, about cases that seem to preclude relief for your client, about cases that are complicated to deal with. And the best lawyers I know have this incredible facility for understanding those cases, those precedents, and being ready to talk about them. And just like, we talked about writing and typing and whatnot, writing that all down, I think gives you it just kind of plants it into your brain, so that then when it comes up in class, if you're called on, or if you're not called on, you're able to just quickly get to the heart of what's going on.
Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.